Hello again folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a bit more ranty than usual because there's an element of game design that's been in the last few expansions that's really gotten to me over time, and I think I need to discuss it, to get it off my chest. And that is the overinflation of the player's ego. The idea that we're not just a random adventurer, no, you're the champion, you're the one, your country needs you, your planet needs you, join the US Army, that old poster, you know? Because when I came back into the game after Mists of Pandaria, where I had a stint away because pandas, I didn't like them and I was busy with school, so I came back during Warlords of Draenor and suddenly found myself being called champion. And you know, I was a big head honcho guy, and previous to that I'd stopped playing midway through Cataclysm, so it was really Wrath of the Lich King that I was last heavily involved in the game, and I was a nobody back then. I was maybe part of my my faction's Argent tournament, but that was it. I wasn't a champion of the Horde or Alliance. I wasn't, you know, leader of the Order Halls. I'm not High Priest or anything. But then I log into Warlords of Draenor after I buy the expansion, and I see, oh cool, I've got a boost, awesome. Maybe I'll try Horde this expansion. So I find a random server, because I don't have any friends that play World of Warcraft, so I just pick a random server, make a boosted character. I made an undead priest. I think it's on Kazakh now. I might transfer it at some point. And so I start off in is it what's that zone called with the dark portal? Is it Burn? No, I forget. I forget what that zone's called. Blasted Lands or something like that. I hardly ever go there. So anyway, you zone into that zone and you've got this new character. It's got some random gear on, and there's no sense of real attachment to this character. It's a new thing. You've not leveled it since vanilla. You're not leveled it since anything. It's just brand new, stock level 100 character, which is useful obviously because they've got a lot of content to get through until you get to the end game nowadays. But it's a little bit of a hollow experience. You've not got any investment to that character at all. So you know, I started playing around with them and starting to learn how priests work, and then all of a sudden Khadgar's calling me the champion, you know, Velen's talking to me and I'm leading the charge through the dark portal, and you know, I am the main character, whereas instead of in the past, you know, supporting the main character NPCs as just a random adventurer, no, you're the big badass, you know, kicking people in the backside and, you know, kicking ass, taking names, that kind of thing. But I didn't like it, especially since the character has just been freshly made. You know, he didn't take down the Lich King. He's got nothing to do. He's just a random undead priest. He just said, "Oh, you there? Yeah, you're the champion now. I know you've not done anything. You just found yourself in the middle of the Blasted Lands for no particular reason." So that really rubbed me the wrong way, and they've continued that in Legion as well, making every single player character the leader of their order hall. So now I made a priest and leveled him up, and suddenly I'm High Priest, the highest priest of all. I am the top priest. I am the chosen of Odin and my warrior, and my shaman is the Farseer. You know, Thrall, be damned. He's just gone off to be an emo in a corner. I don't know, we'll probably never see him again. I hope we will. They overdid the green Jesus thing for a while, but from the perspective of playing a shaman in the beginning of this expansion, again, one that was created with a boost, so I didn't really have any investment in the character. Suddenly I was made Farseer. I was like, oh shit, okay, well, I actually don't know how to play a shaman yet, so I don't know why you've made me the Farseer. That seems a bit silly, guys. Surely you should want someone who knows what they're doing, but whatever. So suddenly Thrall gives up his title, gives up his weapon even, and just fucks off to I don't know where. He's just crying in a corner. I mean, it is his fault. He did cheat on a Mak'gora, and he did definitely cheat the elements, and so yeah, they left him alone because he's a loser, he's a wimp. He basically needs to make up with Jaina, and they should have little babies, and then that child will then be the leader of the Horde, the rightful war chief. I got on quite a long tangent there. Point being, I don't like the way that the game bigs the characters up so much. That's not why we're playing an MMO. We're playing to get a community, a sense of travelers on this path together, working together to beat the big dragon. It's not like a single player. That's the problem. They're trying to turn it into a single player game. You know, you've got this action RPG style of combat where you're just spamming all your buttons and you got it all mapped onto your Xbox controller, and you're just doing this and questing on world quests out on your own, maybe doing a random group content, but not knowing anyone. It just feels like you're with NPCs the whole time because you don't have any communication. You're not forming groups, apart from for Mythic Plus, which has been a great addition. But now, not only are you basically playing solo most of the time, unless you've got a good guild, you're also the leader. You're the top person instead of just some lowly adventurer working with a team of other lowly adventurers. I don't know. I'm basically just ranting. I don't like that direction in design. I actually didn't mind that Thrall killed Deathwing. I'd rather it be him than be Method, you know? And I'm hoping for Battle for Azeroth, though I've purposefully stayed fairly away from the spoilers because despite trying to, you know, start doing YouTube stuff, I don't really want to spoil it for myself. I'd rather do it live on stream with you guys and really enjoy it and have some some sense of newness rather than being jaded about the whole expansion before it's even out. I mean, my hype level's already pretty low, as is most people's hype level for Battle for Azeroth, but I'd rather not ruin myself with it before it's even out. So I have a positive suspicion that it's going to be less like, oh, champion, come and save the day, because they don't have the order halls anymore. I mean, it'd be nice to still use the order halls. They're super pretty places. You know, I've got the paladin one there and the priest one behind me. It's wonderful, especially for RPers. So it'd be nice if they find some way to keep that interacting with the game world, but making me the chief of whatever class it is, it's overkill. We don't want that. We want to feel like a lowly serf, just trying to strive and improve themselves rather than being handed everything on a platter. You know, welfare legendaries at this point. So, yeah, I make my new shaman character in Legion, suddenly, boom, you got legendary artifact weapon, the best shaman weapon in the world ever, and suddenly you're Farseer, you've got the Doom Hammer, and you think, well, hang on a second, this character's like 10 minutes old. He's got no titles. I've not even killed a dungeon boss yet, and I'm leading the entire Earthen Ring? Really? Are we serious? So, yeah, I hope they tone that down with Battle for Azeroth. Everything I have seen so far seems to say that it's going in that direction. It's going more to a classic style, you know, you're dealing with the problems of that zone rather than an overarching big bad, which is a nice, refreshing change of pace. I think people are really going to enjoy that. And eventually we're going to go all old god to the end of the expansion. That's what I think is going to happen. And maybe by then we can start being called champion again because we will have actually done something to earn that accolade. I don't know. The problem I'm really elucidating here, the thing I'm outlining, is that with an MMO, you grind, you try and get rewards, but if you're given rewards without earning them, not only does it not feel great, it cheapens the whole experience. It makes everything else, it makes all the other rewards feel lame, just unrewarding. You know, you got to work for something. I saw a quote today, what was it? It's, calm seas never made a strong sailor. I think that's a good thing to think about. As much as people bitch and whine about grinding in MMOs, that's kind of the point. You want to put that work in. Actually, I don't normally do that. I'm a filthy casual. I've never had the big accolades, but I like that they're there for other people to do, you know? If someone wants to poop socket all day every day and get Grand Marshal or High Warlord, let them. I think that's wonderful because even if I'll never get those things, which I never will, unless I start just streaming all the time, which maybe I will, but I don't actually want to play that much, to be honest. I don't want to get High Warlord. I don't really like pooing in socks and peeing in bottles, but because those ranks exist, because the fame, the mystique around that level of dedication to the game, that rarity of the achievement, you know, people clearing Naxxramas and killing Kel'Thuzad back in retail vanilla was so completely unheard of almost. That level of rarity is what makes the whole rest of the game worthwhile. If you have that pinnacle that everyone's working towards, it makes every step along that journey much more rewarding, rather than you start, it's like, oh, here's your legendary weapon, oh, here's your 3 artifact weapons, by the way, you're the best X class that there's ever been, you're in charge, Mr. Champion, please save the day. And you think, well, hang on a second, well, where do I go from here? Is there meant to be any, you know, development past this point? You're basically polishing a turd at this point. I've not earned any of this. I just bought a character and boosted it to level 100 and suddenly I'm the king, right? Okay, sure, wonderful, great. And where's my fulfilling development from this point? Yeah, exactly, it's not there. So this is a positive video, as much as it started off as a rant, because actually I think Battle for Azeroth is returning to a less trying to stroke your ego kind of narcissistic style of game design and more just down to earth, nameless adventurer, bread and butter style of MMO questing, which I think we can all agree is a welcome return. So, I'd like to hear if you guys have any feelings on the matter. I know it's been a bit of a ranty one for myself, and so if you have any differing opinions, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Come and join me on my Discord server, also going to be linked below, and follow me on Twitch as well. I'm going to start live streaming soon. If you want to be aware of when my channel goes live, then follow it, and I'm sure you'll get a notification. And also subscribe, hit the bell, all of that good stuff if you want to see more content from me. I'm looking forward to getting back onto my music exploration series called Warcraft. Thanks to the Gold Queen on Twitter for that name, it's really great. And yeah, I'll be working on some video scripts over the next couple of days because I'm cat sitting for my parents at home. So if you've got any suggestions on zone music I should look into, throw them my way and we can chat about it in the Discord. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a great day and stay chim. Bye bye.